Today I really am going into the middle of nowhere. In the far north, beyond the bulky massif containing the peaks of Benmore Assynt and Conival, lies a bleak and boggy plateau dotted with lochs. I figured why not head up there with my packraft and camp on a tiny, lumpy island in one of those lochs for a night. As an added motivator, I could visit what is said to be the UK's most remote limestone cave, something which has been on my to-do list for a number of years.
I'm Feargus, and this is the middle of nowhere. Oh man. Okay. This beautiful spot is Loch Glencool, and I'm a few miles to the southeast of the Kylesku Bridge, which is on the North Coast 500 route, if you've ever driven that way up around the top of Scotland. It's one of the most scenic areas. It's somewhere which is not too far from where I live and where I've been meaning to come to for years, and finally I'm getting around to it now. The weather is very changeable. There's some beautiful fluffy clouds around, but it could rain at some point today. It's not supposed to, but I wouldn't bank on it. And this is just the beginning. Now I'm heading further into the wilderness. I've got a good few kilometers, 6 or 7 kilometers to walk now to my destination for this evening. And then I'm really going to be in the middle of nowhere. And there's a couple of things that I really want to see up there. First, I got to transition from my aquatic configuration to my walking configuration. There's a handy bothy here where I'm going to get that done. On the water again. This is Durham Loch Moor, which means Big Blue Lake. I'm basically drifting on the wind here. Wind comes and goes. I know it doesn't look very big here, but it gets much bigger over there. This is just a little arm that reaches out towards the west. So I have a particular destination in mind. And that is why I didn't leave the boat behind at the bothy. Okay, a little island of heather and scattered trees. Very lush. This is my destination. This is quite possibly the worst pitch I have ever made with my tent in Scotland. The ground on this little island is so lumpy, and it's just bouncy from generations and generations for thousands of years of moss and heather and plants just growing on top of each other and building up and up and up. So who knows how far you have to go down before you actually get to something solid. And this is the best I can do, which isn't great. But so why do I want to be here? Well, because all around here on the mainland, for want of a better word, is barren, open, bare moorland. And here on these couple of islands are some trees, and if I want to get some really nice pictures with that view there of Conival, and over there is Benmore Assynt and the cliffs with some trees, which is a lot prettier than this eroding peat all around, then I got to be here. And there might be some really nice light first thing in the morning. It's not looking so good now, but that's what I want to be here for, to take photographs from this side of that particular mountain, which few people ever see. Welcome to my lumpy abode. As long as the wind doesn't pick up majorly, I'll be okay here. If the wind picks up, the pegs are not exactly in very secure ground, but the forecast is for it to be relatively calm during the night. Question is, will I actually be comfortable enough to get a decent night's sleep? Anyway, I got a burst of the setting sunshine hitting the side of the island for just 3 or 4 minutes a little while ago, allowing me to get a few pictures, which hopefully will be really nice, because that's the kind of light which I really love to get. It's a much harder thing to capture when you've got these kinds of conditions where most of the sky is covered in clouds and the mountains above are capped with clouds, and you just need that little gap near the horizon where the sun can burst through and then light everything up and make everything look wonderful and dramatic. And that's what I got. So it's unlikely that I'll get lucky in the morning as well. But hopefully those pictures will be
something really good.
Just as I was getting ready to go and shooting a few extra shots for the video, a deer just startled the hell out of me. It dived into the water, and I finally, after many years of catching glimpses of them on little islands like this, I have got a good view of just how well they can swim. It was quite confidently going, swimming faster than I could, and then disappeared up over that hill over there on the far end of the island, which is actually technically the next island because there's some very shallow water in between. God, scared the hell out of me. There it is. The drop into the darkness. This is said to be the most remote cave in Britain. At least the most remote cave of any size and length. About 100 meters of passageway lies underneath my feet here. And believe it or not, I'm prepared to go in and explore. That was the second thing that I wanted to come up here for. So, which way? This doesn't appear to go anywhere. It's obviously the wrong spot. It's pretty though. Okay, this looks pretty tight. Well, let's see how I do. Huh. No. That's not it either. This one just chokes down there. There. This is more like it. Just around the corner, this must be it. It said it was a stream. You're gonna have to wade through. Right. This is better. Okay. Down, down, down. Down we go. Yeah. Oh, into the abyss. Into the abyss. Grab that. All right. Oh, this is beautiful. Some nice little stalactites here. Check it out. And these black things, I don't even know what those are formed of. Some beautiful flowstone and stalactites here. A lot of the caves that you go into that are easier to get to are more damaged with more broken stalactites, but this one is in really good condition. Very pretty. Flowstone is basically stuff which forms in the same way as stalactites. It's from the calcium carbonate in the water coming down and depositing as the water flows down along the side of the cave, just a tiny, tiny bit at a time, taking thousands of years. There's quite a fat stalactite there, it's really nice. Well, this is as far as I'm able to go. This chamber is known as the chocolate teapot. It's a really steeply overhanging spot where the stream just flows over in a 3-meter high waterfall, and there's no way that I can free climb down and back up that. The cave comes to an end about 20 or 30 meters further on anyway, and it's a much tighter passage. Although I would like to be able to go down and have a bit of a hangout down in that larger chamber, because it's much bigger than the passage here. But never mind, I am on my own, and even if I did bring a rope, I don't think I would want to be heading down there and then trying to climb back up here all on my own. What an awesome spot. I'm hungry. Look, there's some even fatter stalactites up around here. Really nice. Time to go up again. Again, the market. Whoa. Okay. Yes. Oh, man, I was hungry. That was a bit of a sudden low blood sugar moment. I was just kind of like, lightheaded. Really needed to eat something. I'm really glad to have ticked that one off my bucket list. Britain's most remote cave. Had it bookmarked for a while. Hats off to whoever it was that found it, because this really is in the middle of nowhere. Looks like it's going to rain soon, so I'm just going to quickly say what I have to say, and then I'll finish having my snacks and start walking back. Thanks for watching the video. If this is the first of my videos that you've seen, there's a whole load more than 60 videos, including one which has me caving. In fact, I spent an entire night in a cave a few months ago. And many, many more, including pack rafting, loch snorkeling, hiking, overseas expeditions, and various stuff. So if you haven't seen any of those, check it out. I really love making these videos, but it's your watching that makes it all worthwhile. So if you're not already a subscriber, hit the subscribe button below the video. If you know other people who might be into this sort of content, then why not use the share button and share it with them on your social media feed or through email or whatever.
and let other people know about the videos that I'm producing, because they might like it too. I would really like to keep doing this for years to come, and making the whole venture self-sustaining financially will make that a lot more possible. So if you're a regular viewer and you can afford it, maybe consider donating a little bit of money via my Patreon page, which is available via the link in the description below, to help me to keep making these. I don't do exclusive content for patrons. I don't really believe in that model. I want my stuff to be available to everybody. But of course, any financial contribution would be much appreciated. A subscription means paying just about the price of a cup of coffee once a month, and that would really go a long way to help me to keep doing this for years to come. So, quickly finish my snacks and wander off. I've now got a couple of hours to walk back to the beach, and then I have to blow my raft up again. It's all part of the fun. Back on the water again. At least the latest shower held off long enough for me to get all of my stuff that needed to be kept dry into the boat and get my waterproofs on. And about another 3/4 of an hour to an hour to paddle back to my car. But first I'm going to have a quick look around this corner, because there's something in particular, one last thing that I want to see and I want you to see. So that impressive looking torrent of water behind that seal which is hanging out over there is the Ias Achul Alwyn, which is the highest waterfall in the UK. I've been to the top of it, but I've never been to the bottom. You can take tourist boat tours there, and I was hoping to go there on this trip, but I'll have to save it for another one because it's getting a bit late and I want to get home and get my dinner. Ooh, there's seals all over the place here. There's another one there. So that is it for me for this video. As I said in the previous one, I'm leaving a longer gap, a 2-week gap between videos at the moment, because it's the summer and there don't tend to be as many views in the summer. But I will be back in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping to have an interview with a particularly well-known outdoor personality, but we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, obviously, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share the video or the channel on whatever medium you choose. And I hope you all have a very nice couple of weeks. Oh, and donate if you can. Take it easy.